And then when you scroll down, you'll see a map of the US. So at this point, just simply click on the state of Indiana, and this will bring you to the ibarebates.com website. So each state has an identified website, and really it's just set up so the information, the way that it's presented, it's more identifiable and more relevant to you. So the Member Rebate Program is a free member benefit that's available to all builder and remodeler members of the Indiana Builders Association. There are over 50 participating manufacturers currently participating in the program. And these are manufacturers that have building materials that likely you may already be using on your residential jobs. It offers the same benefit, the same rebate that's available to the top 5 builders of the country. So the Member Rebate Program began back in 2006 by our founder, Richard Robinson. He owned a chain of lumber yards in the state of New Jersey, which ultimately gave him the status of being the leading spike in the state of New Jersey. But what he was finding through his value of membership to the HBA was that there were a lot of manufacturers that he was working with that were providing direct benefits and rebates to the very large or higher volume builders. He wanted to find a way to evaluate membership and get those manufacturers participating and providing these same kind of rebates to builders of all sizes, regardless of volume, and remodelers as well. So that's how the Member Rebate Program was born. These manufacturers are providing the rebate to members of the Home Builders Association because they value that buying pool, and they also value your loyalty to their products. So the state of Indiana started participating in the Member Rebate Program in 2012 and growing ever since. We're a small team. We're based in the state of New Jersey, and we cover the entire US on the administrative side of the Member Rebate Program. Our focus is really driven by membership. Rich Robinson is our vice president. He's the son of Richard, and he's the 2020 membership chair for the NAHB. So I think you can see that connection to the dedication to membership of the Federation. My name is Kim Klein. I work as the HBA manager. I provide a lot of the education and the communication that goes out to the HBAs. I also work with the builders too, because a lot of times these webinars will open up that relationship, and a lot of questions come out of that. So I'm available to help the builders as well. But my primary role is really working with the HBAs and finding creative ways to promote and generate participation in the Member Rebate Program. My coworker is Josh Shields, and Andy had mentioned Josh before we started the call, but Josh is our builder manager, and he's really the primary source for communication and direct handholding and education about the Member Rebate Program. So when you register and when you start participating in the Member Rebate Program, you'll see regular communications coming from Josh, reminders about deadlines, assistance that you may want or need to participate in the Member Rebate Program. And the first step will be, once you do register, you're going to receive a welcome email from him. And this welcome email from Josh will provide you with a basic toolkit of information that you'll want and need, and tips that will help make your experience participating in the Member Rebate Program a little bit easier. Josh also has an assistant. Her name is Jacqueline O'Hara. And Jacqueline will take over in any situation where Josh isn't able to take care of you, to communicate with you. She chairs the area a lot of providing customized claim forms and really granular assistance. So Jacqueline is another important person in our team. And to finish out our team is Karen Duncan, and Karen is our claims processor. Very seldom that you'll have any interaction with Karen, but she's the person behind the scenes doing all of the data entry and entering and processing those claims that you submit so the manufacturers get the data and ultimately can pay your rebate. So that team of 6, Richard really focuses on the manufacturers and works as a liaison with the manufacturers to get them started with the member rebate program and navigate with them all the way through. And your primary contacts will likely be Josh, Jacqueline, myself, or Rich. So that narrows things down a little bit. We're a small team, but we are here to work for you and provide you with all of the assistance that you need. So that said, I'm going to continue working down the page so you can see all the things that are available here. I had mentioned that this is a program that's exclusive to builders and remodeler members. So that means that the builder and remodeler members are the members who receive the direct benefit of the rebate. Unfortunately, associate members, suppliers, installers, you do not receive the direct benefit of receiving those rebates, but what you do receive is the ability to have another tool to promote your business. Having the knowledge that the member rebate program exists is a great way for you to be able to share with your builder members or any builder really who is buying materials from you that come with a rebate, that qualify for a rebate, or using those materials in your jobs as a subcontractor. It supports members doing business with members. It's reciprocity. So as a supplier, if you're using these materials, this is a great opportunity for you to reinforce. For example, if you're selling Therma-Tru exterior fiberglass doors, the fact that you're selling those doors to remind that builder that a rebate is available to them from the member rebate program. Now, if that builder is not a member, it's also a really strong and powerful recruitment and retention tool. Those builders who are members, they see that they get a quarterly rebate back from Therma-Tru. It's something that can help them offset or possibly negate their membership dues. So it's a good retention tool. Those builders who are not currently members, it's a nice way to recruit them into the federation because they have that opportunity to then claim for these rebates to help them offset or possibly negate their membership dues. I'm going to scroll back up, hopefully not make you dizzy, but I wanted to show too that there is some self-directed educational pieces available. There's a video that provides a quick synopsis of what the member rebate program is. And then as we scroll down a little bit, you'll also see that there's a digital magazine called Insight Magazine. And Insights Magazine provides just that, additional insights on what the member rebate program is, how it works, an introduction to our team, and also spotlights on various different manufacturers that are participating. This is also a source that will provide you with updates on a quarterly basis about new manufacturers that might be participating, manufacturers that may be adding additional products to their rebate portfolio, and the likes of that. The builder brochure is another piece of self-directed education, and this provides you with all of the information of what the member rebate program is, how it works, and what it does. So over 70% of members who participated in the member rebate program received back more in rebates than what they had invested in their membership dues. In 2019, the average builder or remodeler member who participated in the member rebate program, now this is a national number, but that average was $1,472.55 coming back to them in rebates. That's pretty impressive. For the state of Indiana in 2019, there were 333 builders registered. 105 of those builders had claimed at least once in 2019. And the total rebate paid to those 105 builders was $168,767. So the average rebate paid to an IBA builder member in 2019 was $1,607.30, far exceeding what the average rebate is. Now, when we look at HBA of St. Joseph's Valley, we had 11 builders registered in 2019. Just 2 of those members had claimed, and that's claiming at least once. Looking at the stats, it looks like both of those builders had claimed all 4 quarters. But to those 2 builders who participated in 2019, a total rebate amount of $3,144 was paid out, bringing the average rebate to an HBA SJV builder $1,572. So still exceeding what the national average is, coming just short of what the IBA average was. But again, when you look at that, that's just two builders. So growing participation, more builders participating, we're likely to see a higher average. But what's in it for me? There's rebate money in it for you, and it's easy to claim. So I'm going to go back up to the top portion of the page, because this is our toolbar and this is what's going to help you navigate through. You might have also noticed that throughout the page there are a series of buttons. All of those buttons are live to bring you to where you want to go. Registration, claiming, and receiving your rebate check. Those are the 3 easy steps of what the Member Rebate Program is all about. So the first step will be registration. You'll see here everything is laid out on that top toolbar. Registration, calendar, claim form, your upload where you can upload your claim form, Insights Magazine, additional information about manufacturers, contact us, assistance where you'll find frequently asked questions with answers, your membership portal, and social media outlets. Well, let's first take a look at registration. The registration is an easy digital form. It just requires the basic information that we need from you. Once you opt in, it just opens up that line of communication. So it helps alleviate Bob with the communication that he sends out to you, and also provides you with some additional assistance that you might want to follow through and navigate with the Member Rebate Program. So the registration form is simple: the name of your company, the contact who will be handling your rebate claims, the address where you want your rebate check mailed to, contact information, telephone and email. Email will probably be our primary mode of communication, but if you enter in your mobile number, we can also provide you with text reminders. And we'll also want to make sure that we have you aligned correctly to the proper HBA. So for your local Home Builders Association, you'll absolutely want to enter in HBA of St. Joseph Valley. Once that information is entered, just click Submit. That will bring you to a follow-up page, which will have a list of manufacturers participating. And if you check off each of the manufacturers that you regularly use, we can also provide you with a customized claim form, something that, again, it will be one step closer to making the process easier for you. So once you're registered, you'll be receiving a welcome email from Josh Shields, and this will be that toolkit, that information reminding you of what the claim deadline will be for that specific quarter, and some helpful information, links as to where to find the information that you want or need, and absolutely his direct contact information. I'm going to go over to calendar next, because this is going to help outline what the quarterly claiming is and how it works. So the Member Rebate Program processes rebate claims for builders on a quarterly basis. Currently, we are processing claims for fourth quarter 2020. That was why also I was only able to provide you with 2019 stats, because we haven't finished processing claims for 2020 yet. Probably in April, I'll have all of that data to be able to share with you and provide you with any updates on what averages are. But we are currently processing fourth quarter 2020 claims. That would mean that you're claiming now for residential jobs that were completed October 1st through December 31st of 2020. Because it is fourth quarter, it's also the last opportunity for builder members to claim for any residential jobs that were completed during the year 2020. So we want to make sure that you are getting all the rebate money that is due to you, not leaving any money on the table. So having that ability to go back a quarter, in this case, 3 quarters, and claim for the entire year, it's also a great way for you to be able to have a better grasp on what kind of rebate money you can expect to receive on an annual basis. But this is the fourth quarter. Please, if you haven't yet participated, register and claim for the entire year. That way we can get you your rebate money. You'll see on the calendar here too, and as we scroll down, that there are ways that you can subscribe to the deadline reminders through Google Calendar, Apple and Outlook Calendar, or the text reminder. That's another way to supplement the communication that will come out from our office directly from Josh, and also the information that Bob shares with you on a regular basis about member benefits. With the calendar, you'll see the 4 quarters. For fourth quarter, again, to focus on that, the claiming deadline is the end of February, so it's always going to be the last Friday of the month. And we have just made the grace period extension, set that date. So although the soft deadline for claiming is this Friday, February 26th, we have been able to extend that out to next Friday, March 5th. That way, it's going to give you practically 2 weeks to take care of your claim, get registered, and submit your claim. And of course, we can provide you with any assistance that you need. But this is typically the time that you would be claiming for projects that were completed October through December. And you'll see each quarter has the periods that you'll be claiming for along with the deadline. What will happen is once you submit your claim, we get that processed, and then we'll provide you with a remittance statement. That remittance statement will be emailed out to you. You can expect the fourth quarter remittance statements to go out in early April, likely the first week in April. And this will provide you with a summary of everything that you claimed for. So the listing of all of the residential addresses that were completed and submitted in your claim for that quarter, along with the manufacturers that you're claiming for, and what your estimated rebate total will be. So this is a resource for you. We keep it simple because those rebate checks are going to be processed in a lump sum. So what you see as your total on your remittance statement is going to be the total that you receive on your rebate check. We keep that simple by sending you one check, so you have that remittance statement as a balance. And we also keep it simple because you don't have to track each of those individual manufacturers sending you rebate checks. You get one. So that's a nice way to keep it orderly. Now, I have mentioned also that you're going to be claiming for jobs when they're complete. I do urge you to submit your claims on a job only when it's complete. Now, if you choose to use a closing date as your guidance for when a job is complete, or if you know just when all of the work on that home is complete and you're ready to submit your claim, that's when you would do it. Don't worry about when the materials were purchased or when those materials were installed. That doesn't matter. Claim for your job when that job is complete. And that's for multifamily or single family dwellings. It's residential jobs that are covered by the rebates under Member Rebate Program. The manufacturers will, once they have the data from your claim, they're going to verify those claims and ultimately pay your rebate. So that is all information that they do internally. Once they approve the claims, then they send the money to the Member Rebate Program. We shift gears and turn into a clearinghouse and then ultimately pay you. So that's basically how it works. We want to make sure that you're claiming for jobs when they're complete, because each manufacturer by law can only pay for rebates to a home once. That's a mandate by the Sarbanes-Oxley Act from 2002, which forces those manufacturers to audit their rebates and assure that only one rebate is paid out per account, and that closing address is ultimately the account that they use as their threshold to do that. So always make sure that you're claiming for a job when it's complete, so you get the highest amount of rebate money available to you and you're not missing out on anything. So that's the calendar. The next page I'm going to go to is the claim form. So on the claim forms, this is a very busy page, but a lot of information. And the primary rule of thumb, always look at the information that most pertains to you. Anything else, you're probably not going to have to worry about. But there are 4 ways to claim. There's the paper claim form, a traditional PDF, the website claim form, which is an intuitive claim form that you can save a file to your desktop. Again, it outlines only the manufacturers that you're claiming for, so it keeps it a little bit more simple and easy to follow. An Excel claim form, which provides you with an Excel spreadsheet to simply complete the cells and complete your claim. And then the 4th way to claim is tucked down below under the header of advanced method. This is our online claim form. The online claim form was our original online claim form. It is real time, so we've taken some steps to update it, and that was ultimately what brought us the website claim form. It's set up the same way, but the online claim form is a real-time component. So you're entering information for your claim right there, and it's immediately going to our processor. The only problem that I see with the online claim form is that because it is real time, it could time out if you needed to step away from your claiming. And if it does time out, unfortunately, you've lost all the information and you'll have to go back and enter it again. Also, you have to make sure that you receive a confirmation that your claim was received. If you didn't, unfortunately, we didn't get it. And again, you would have to enter in that information again. For a first-time claimer, I don't think it's an ideal claiming process. So I would just say stay away from that. And if you like that online process, if you like that intuitive style of claiming, then I would recommend going with the website claim form, because this is something that you can save a record to your desktop and have a better confirmation that it was received. So I'm going to walk through each of these 3 claiming forms so you can see exactly what they offer. On the paper claim form, or the PDF claim form, this outlines all 50+ manufacturers who are participating. So you will see that it has a resounding question of what's required for those claims. Typically, manufacturers are going to ask for the name of your supplier and/or installer, and then specific information about the materials that you used. So it's pretty basic. You do not need to include any of your invoices or receipts with your claim. However, those invoices and receipts are going to be helpful for you. If it does ask for value or quantity of the materials that you used, you can easily glean that from your receipts and invoices. The paper claim form, or PDF, is a great way to claim if you're claiming for just one address, or if you're claiming for multiple addresses and you want to claim for your grand total of the materials that were used. So I'm going to demonstrate just some basic information about claiming for some manufacturers that are very regularly claimed for in your region. We'll look at Bradford White water heaters. We'll look at Delta faucets, the Heatolator and Heat and Glow fireplaces, and Therma-Tru doors. So just to make this simple, you'll see at that top the name of your company. You'll want to enter that in. And if you're claiming for just one address, you'll enter in that address and completion date here. Street address, city, state, and completion date. Then we'll look at Bradford White water heaters. So Bradford White requires the name of your installer, so the name of your plumber. Let's say it was Streb Plumbing, so we would enter in Streb Plumbing. The quantity of water heaters that were used on that home or homes, you would enter that in. Let's say because it's one home, quantity 1, and the model number, electric water heater RE340S6. You would enter that in there. For a claim like Delta faucets, again, very simple, the name of the supplier. Let's say that was purchased from Ferguson. So you'd enter in Ferguson as your supplier, and then check off what brand of Delta faucets was used in that home. They require just the checkoff of the brand, and then the name of one faucet and finish that was used in the home, just to confirm that you know that information. Delta is one of the claims that's for new construction. It does require that you use Delta faucets throughout the home. If it's a remodel, as long as at least $600 worth of faucets were used in that home, you are still available to claim for that. So all that it asks for is just that you list the name of the most frequently used or one of the faucet styles and finishes that you used in that home. No quantity, nothing else is necessary. Now, if you were claiming for multiple addresses, the last page, page 5, and you'll still see that all of the manufacturers are mentioned here with the requirements of what they need for claiming. You'll see that resounding theme of name of supplier and or installer, and then information about the materials that you used. This last page will be where you enter in those addresses that you completed that you're claiming your total for. So let's say there were 3 homes that you completed and claiming for, 1, 3, and 5 Smith Street, completed the first of the month, October, November, and December. Each home used 1 water heater and used Delta faucets. So that's easy. You would just enter in your total number of water heaters used and follow through with your Delta claim. Once that information is entered on that form, you want to scan it back into your computer and save it, and then send it to us. Usually a lot of the claims will be sent directly to Josh, Jackie, myself, or even info@hbarebates.com. And then when we go back to that claiming homepage, I can show you how to upload it. So that's how the paper claim form works. The next form I'm going to demonstrate is the website claim form. And this was the claim form that follows a lot of what the online claim form was. So again, you want to enter in the name of your company. Let's say that we're claiming for Quality Builders. You'll enter in your email, so that way we can send you a confirmation. And then again, you have that opportunity. You can claim for one address at a time with the manufacturers that you used, or you can claim for multiple addresses and claim for your total. So let's say we're claiming for one address. You'll enter in your address there, 1 Smith Street, and your city, state, and completion date. And then you'll check off the manufacturers that you used. So again, we'll use Bradford White and Delta as an example. So when you click on those manufacturers, it's going to open up the field for you to enter in your claim. Here for Bradford White, You'll enter in the name of your plumber and the model number that you used and your quantity. Because you're claiming for one home, you have your electric water heater, and you have quantity 1. This is where, if you wanted to just reinforce that, you can check off the kind of water heater that you used. For Delta faucets, again, the name of your supplier. And let's say we used Leland stainless on that home. Once that's done, you'll want to save that to your desktop so you have your record and submit it. Once that's submitted, you'll get a confirmation that your claim was received and you're all set. The third way I'm going to demonstrate is the Excel spreadsheet. Again, the same kind of philosophy as the website claim form. You'll enter in the name of your company, and then you'll check off the various different manufacturers that you're claiming for. So let's do Delta faucets. We'll do our Delta Bradford white water heaters, Delta faucets, Heatilator and Heat Glow fireplace, and our Therma-Tru exterior doors. Once you check off all of the manufacturers you used, you're going to download your template, and this is going to have your Excel spreadsheet that you can save to your desktop. Once that's downloaded, you'll open that up and you'll see your blank claim form. Now, I'm going to change screens quickly so that way I can show you what a completed claim looks like. And this is what our completed claim looks like. Again, you'll see those same cells where everything is outlined, what information is needed for your claim. You'll enter in your completed addresses with the completion date, and then what you used on each of those homes. Water heaters, your plumber, your model, your quantity, Delta faucets, your supplier, your brand, and one product used. For your fireplaces, your supplier, Fireside Hearth and Home, your quantities of what products were used, gas, wood, electric fireplaces, stone surrounds, and mantles all qualify for a rebate, your quantity and model, and the same thing for the Therma-Tru fiberglass exterior doors. Name of your supplier, the 4 model classifications that qualify are Smooth Star, Modern, Pulse, Fiber, Classic, and Classic Craft. You can check that off, and you can also include your product number. The product number and classifications can be used interchangeable, so if you don't have complete information, as long as we have one or the other, we'll still be able to process your claim. So save that to your desktop. The Excel claim form is a great way to have a claim form on hand at all times on your desktop. This is a style of claiming that you can keep that claim form and just recycle it quarter after quarter, entering in your current data, and have that so you can start entering in your claim data when a home is complete, or you can wait until the end of the quarter and enter in all of your information there. Whatever works best for you from an administrative point of view. So I'm going to stop sharing that and go back to the website screen. And we'll go back here, and then I'll show you where we go to submit your claim. So like I said, you can email it in, info@hbarebates.com, Josh@hbarebates.com, Jacqueline@hbarebates.com, or Kim@hbarebates.com. However we receive that, you'll receive a confirmation and we'll go ahead and process your claim. You can also upload your claim through the upload portal. And this too, just a quick way You confirm it with the name of your company and your email so we can send you a confirmation. Select your file from your desktop, choose that file and submit it, and you'll receive your confirmation. So that's the easy way of how the member rebate program works and how to claim. I'm going to open up the Contact Us page because that has some useful information there. You can contact us through messaging by using the tool here. Reach us by telephone or directly by email. We keep our email simple, first name at hbarebates.com. So that way you can reach any one of us. And we really look forward to seeing some growth and participation from St. Joseph's Valley. It's a great opportunity, a really wonderful way to help you as a builder member offset and likely negate your membership dues. And as a supplier or installer, another way to help network support your business while also supporting your HBA. So that concludes my basic presentation. I want to open up the floor to any questions. And I also saw that there was likely some questions in the chat. So I'm going to open that up first. Okay, I see that even though it says that the deadline is February, can we still submit fourth quarter 2020? Yes, that deadline, the soft deadline was set for next Friday, but we do have that grace period. Mother Nature, with all of the awful weather that she had sent to the south, the southern half of the country, we really saw an overwhelming need to make sure that that deadline was extended. So we follow those paths and the needs of the market very closely to make sure that everyone is getting the time that they need to submit their claim. Only for builders and remodelers. How about associate members? Okay, so associate members, like I had mentioned, associate members are not able to receive the direct benefit of receiving the rebates. The manufacturers had set up the program like this because they want to support builder and remodeler membership to the HBAs. The builders and the remodelers are the core of what the Home Building Association is, what the federation is. So that's why those direct benefits go to just builders and remodelers. As I had mentioned, associate members, suppliers, you really have a wonderful opportunity here. Having that knowledge that the program exists, you have a way to support your building community, your clients, purchasing those materials from you because you might know that those manufacturers carry the rebate. So that's why. And from a subcontractor point of view, the manufacturers didn't want to support or pay the rebates to the subcontractors because ultimately the builders are paying the subcontractors for their work and ultimately paying for the materials and the labor. So that's why the manufacturers provide this benefit directly to builders and remodelers.
Kim, I have a question, but I think Karen has her hand raised as well. So Karen, do you want to jump in and give us a question?
I do. Did I understand correctly that if a builder has not participated in this program in the past, they could enroll this week and submit all of their homes they closed in 2020?
That is correct.
First quarter submission. Okay. I have one other question that hasn't been discussed on, let's say, the Clopay garage doors. What is a range of amount of rebate? Is there anywhere to find that amount, or is it a percentage, a dollar amount? Any input?
Yes. So all of the manufacturers, each of the manufacturers is going to have a different platform of how they pay their rebates. Clopay, for example, will have a different rebate amount based on what garage door and what quantity of those garage doors they have set. So they have a set rate for each of the various different garage doors that are available. That range is broad. That's going to be a range of probably like for a single non-insulated door, I think that's around $6 going up to a higher range door or a double door in one of the higher end models. That's going to be in the range of around $20. But again, the best way to look at that, and any builder, if you're going to be claiming, if you'd like an estimate of what you can expect your rebate to be based on the manufacturers that you're using and the volume of homes that you're claiming for, reach out to me or Josh. We'll be happy to figure that out for you, to give you a ballpark figure so you know if the program is right for you. There is an ounce of effort that you have to take to participate. A little bit of time is taken to complete your claims. The first time is always the hardest because you're learning it and you're setting everything up. Afterwards, it does become more of a habit because you're already aware of the kind of information that you'll need to enter in your claims. So it does get easier as you continue with it. A general statement about those manufacturers: there are some manufacturers who are going to pay one flat rate rebate per home. Those would be manufacturers like Delta Faucets or the Therma-Tru exterior doors. Then other manufacturers are going to pay rebates based on the quantity of materials and the types of materials used, like Clopay, Bradford White, the Heatilator and Heat and Glow fireplaces. And then others are going to pay a rebate based on a percentage of the value of the materials used, like Progress Lighting. So yeah, I think with in regards to specific information and what you can estimate your rebate to be, feel free, reach out to us with any specific questions and we can figure that out with you.
So related to that question, I think some of our associate members, the ones who supply products and in particular, may be interested to know if the things that they sell can be included in this program. Is there a process for having other brands offer rebates through this program?
Absolutely. Suppliers are so key in the success of the Member Rebate Program. If you have contacts with sales reps, anyone who's affiliated with a manufacturer who might be interested in participating, and even if any of those sales reps are members of the association, these are really some great starting points to get that manufacturer participating in the Member Rebate Program. Richard Robinson, he works as the liaison, coordinating all of the contracts and communication with those manufacturers to get them to participate and continue participating. So those individuals, I would highly recommend putting them directly in contact with Richard. His email again is easy, richard@hbarebates.com. And also when you go back to hbarebates.com and click on the manufacturers page, at the bottom of the page is all of his contact information, email and telephone number. Have those individuals reach out to him. If you have any trouble finding that information, feel free, come through me and I can relay that to him so he can get back in contact with that person or persons. It's a great way, and we've had so many examples of manufacturers who have finally decided to participate in the Member Rebate Program because of field reps, because field reps had seen the value of the program being available and were the movers and shakers within the company that that helped bring it to fruition.
Very good. Thank you, Kim.
My pleasure.
So earlier you mentioned how easy this is, and I know, I won't call out any names, but some of our builders really like things to be very easy. I guess, how do we communicate like very easily, like the very first steps? Like what is how easy really is this? Because it looks like there's a lot of different options. Is there one that's most popular, or how are people submitting their claims online more often, or is it the customizable forms? Like what's the first step that you would recommend for a builder who's not participating yet?
The first step is to register, because this is your opt-in. So this opens up the line of communication. We don't automatically register any members to participate. And that's simply because we want to make sure that you're interested in it. We don't want to muddy up your inbox with unnecessary information if it's something that you have no interest in participating in. So if you are interested in participating, first step, register. We can open up that line of communication and provide you with the tools that you might want to get involved. If at any time you choose to opt out, you simply opt out. Just stop those emails from coming to you with the opt out on those communication emails that'll go out to you. And then we'll stop that communication. If you choose to then re-enroll, by all means, just complete another registration. We'll get you started again. For claiming, the Excel spreadsheet has been the most widely used way to claim, and that's really just because it's so easy and it's simple to follow. If there is a cell associated with a manufacturer, then you know exactly what information is going to be necessary to complete your claim. If there's no cell for it, then we don't need that information from the manufacturer to process your claim. The website claim form has also become really popular. And again, because of its simplicity. Those two forms, the website claim form and the Excel claim form, they're also so popular because they're customized to what your needs are. Like when we looked at the PDF file with all of the manufacturers, all of the information is there. Chances are you're not claiming for 50 different manufacturers on a home. If you were, you'd be getting a ridiculous amount of money. But chances are you're probably only claiming for a handful of manufacturers. I don't know any builder who has 100% alignment with the manufacturers and utilizing every cell. That's crazy. But those two are going to be the most popular because they're the easiest to navigate. And of course, too, when you ask for those customized claim forms, we can customize any one of the claim forms for you, the PDF, the Excel, or the website claim. But chances are the Excel form is the one that you want to default to.
Very good. Thank you very much.
My pleasure.
It's been a very thorough. Are there any more comments or questions from the participants in our meeting today?
I do. Could I ask one more question? It's Karen.
Yeah.
Karen?
Sorry. Maybe this is a question for Andy, but when you get your rebate, is it broken down by how much you got from Clopay, how much you got from Delta, how much you got from Bradford White?
Not so much. It's not broken down to that granular level of what individual manufacturer is paying. What you'll see, the first step after you claim, you're going to receive that remittance statement. And that outlines what you claimed. So again, we'll default to your addresses. So you claimed for 1 Smith Street and you claimed for Bradford White, Delta, Heatilator, fireplace, and Therma-Tru door. So it's going to have that address. It's going to have the list of each of the manufacturers that you claimed for, and then what your lump sum total rebate is per home. If you claimed for multiple addresses, 1, 3, and 5 Smith Street, all the same or whatever mixture of manufacturers, it's going to have each of those addresses outlined with the rebate associated with each of those homes. But that total, that grand total at the bottom of the remittance statement is going to be the key number. That's going to be what your rebate check will be. So you'll have that as reference to use as a balance statement. When you receive your check, that's going to be the amount that's on your remittance statement. So the manufacturers are very hesitant to release what their individual rebates are. And this has a lot to do with the fact that through the member rebate program, because the manufacturers want to reward membership to the association, they don't want to share their individual rebates. So suppliers or whomever can share this information with builders who are not members, and perhaps maybe cut out the claiming process, the rebate process, by taking or skimming off that amount of money off of what their bill is. So that's why the manufacturers don't outline exactly what they're paying individually. Now, if you're claiming for one manufacturer, it's going to be obvious when you see that total what that manufacturer is paying you. But those numbers outlined per home, and then your grand total will be the numbers that you see regularly on your remittance statement. Does that help?
Yes.
Good.
Makes sense to me.
I'm good at going off on tangents and supplying a lot of information.
All right, well, if there are no other questions, I would like to thank Kim for your time today and for explaining this program to us. For all of our local members, if feel free to reach out to me with individual questions about how this works, or if there are members within our association that are maybe affiliated with some of these brands, definitely reach out to me for anything that I can do to help. And then, of course, it sounds like Kim has already made herself available for any questions about the program as well. And I guess so that'll be it. Thanks a lot, Kim.
My pleasure. Thank you so much. And like I said, let's send in those claims. We have practically 2 weeks to get that wrapped up. And we're really looking forward to getting those checks out to you in the course of the next few months after that. Thank you so much, everyone.
Awesome. All right. Yeah, thanks. Thanks for joining us, everyone. Have a great day.